Hello. Yeah, it is time to open the gate. I had enough of Pokemon Stadium shenanigans for today, so I think that's a good sign to play something else. Where even is... Oh, there it is. Steins Gate. Okie dokie, guys. So we are continuing the visual novel that we played yesterday. We barely got into it at all. Something, time travel, weird girl companion, strange main character, and dead best girl. That's what we got so far. And anime intro, which the anime intro was actually pretty good. Oh. Uh-oh. Did it not save? Lamau? It didn't save, but I'm gonna say it wouldn't take us that long to catch up. I think it wouldn't take that long to catch up, because we only played an hour. Yeah, there weren't any dialogue options, so I think... Look at that! Quick saved, it said! Wait a minute. Why would it say quick saved in the very beginning of the game and then there's nothing to load? That doesn't seem right. Oh, fuck it. You know what's weird about this game? There doesn't seem to be any, like, menu. It's actually on 360 as well. Alright. Let's just mash through this real quick, guys. Sorry about this. So we have the whole thing with talking to her at the press meeting for this time machine guy. Yeah, we'll get to see SR Upagacha again. And this also means we'll get to see the anime intro again. It said new tip, so is there like a menu that I don't know about where I can view these tips? The intro to the anime is good too. Yeah. It's your weird satellite thing. We have no idea who would have killed, what was her name? Makise, maybe?
まゆり、何をしている？
あのね、ウーパが欲しいなって。
やればいい。ウーパが当たるかどうかは
The screen is cut
保証
off.
できないがな。
It does not seem to be cut off on my end.
マユシーは今100円だから。
So it's probably your TV resolution.
黙ったれるな、まゆり。金は貸さん。
Your TV is so quirky and unique and special.
では、
Oh my god, she's so strange.
本日はドクター
どうやら始まるようだな。
Also, we don't really know why he has this weird, like, outburst at the press
行くぞ、
conference.
まゆり。
待って待って、名前書かなくちゃ。
それでは早速登場していただきましょう。発明家
Hey, Marissa,
ドクター中橋
can you DM Jarek and tell him I'm playing Steins Gate?
ここに集まって
タイムマシン？あの人が作ったの？
Doo-doo-doo.
バカにするにも。
なんだね。
俺が誰だ。
Autistic outburst, well.
出ていくのはあな。
うるさい黙れ。生意気な若造め。
はんませ。お。
Yeah, Makise. I told him a week ago, he was like, I've never played it because it's too sad, apparently. I thought Jarek liked Steins Gate.
来てくれませんか？
貴様。
I can't wait for Atelier 2 to playthrough. Oh my god. He's probably seen the anime, like everyone else.
ここで俺が何か。
Except for Rosenlock. Rosenlock's, he's fresh blood along with me. Is there anybody else watching that hasn't seen the Steins Gate anime?
俺だ。
So you're a first-time learner?
何をする？
あれ？誰と話していたんですか？
貴様に答える義理はないが一応教えてやる。それは。
そう。
Prophet is not seen. Okay, cool. Right, so they're having their conversation. Never seen the anime? Cool, Kuroi.
15分くらい前。
You watched the first episode of the anime and you were bored, so you never continued. Sounds like you. My memory of the anime is so hazy, it's been 11 years. Oh shit, so you're like me with FF7, except make it Steins Gate.
俺はすべてお見通しなのだ。天才少女。さらばだ。
Okay, so...
俺はまだ奴らに捕まるわけにはいかん。
He runs away from Makise, then realizes that he left Tutoru-chan in the top floor, so he's gotta go back to her.
メールか？
Oh, right, the email thing. I forgot about this, actually. So maybe it's good that we're reviewing this. She doesn't answer her phone because she's extra. It's pretty solid. Okay. So she's looking for Upa. Watch Upa have something to do with the girl dying. I feel like visual novels really like to include details that they come back to way later in the game to explain something.
わかんない。だから占いで作ってる。ウーパさん、ウーパさん、出ておいで。
金にしか。
おかりもね。
Well, you'd be surprised how many video games don't have it. That is my response to you.
かな。
マユリ、ここにいろ。
Alright, we're almost caught up. The art style is... Yeah, the art style is good. Alright, we found Makise. She's dead. We're gonna take Tutoru-chan. Yeah, it almost looks like watercolors or something. Alright, we get back to the street. Definitely better than something like Fate's Day Night or Key VN's art. What is Steins Gate about? Well, we are figuring that out together! We don't know yet. But basically, in the first hour, we're speedrunning through it because apparently my save never went off. We found the body of a dead girl that was kind of famous. And there's something about a time machine crashing into a building. Hey, what's up, Booty? Happy Sunday. Isn't that how so many games start? What? Anime intro time? Okay, cool. We're all caught up. Not the kind of famous. Yes, she was kind of famous. Oh, wait. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, right. We're by ourselves all of a sudden, which is super strange. Well, there's more to it. This is the super condensed version, okay, of what happened in the first hour. Whoa! Crazy time machine crashed into building. She had a single viral TikTok. No, she was super cool because she graduated from an American university. And she was like a childhood genius or something. Also, I think she was best girl. She had like long hair and a school uniform, and she was serious business. And we talked to her, and we clowned her, and then we ran away from her because we thought she was going to capture us for no reason because the main character is troubled. And then we found her dead. So I don't know where this is going to go from here. And actually, she's in the intro video, so does that mean... There she is. There she is. Kind of, yeah. Does that mean we're going to go back in time and save her? Maybe. I heard she does car commercials in Japan. Yes, that means she spent an awful lot of money. She had a necktie, that's how you know she's best girl. I do tend to like anime characters with neckties. I also just really like neckties, like, on men, on me, An American university, yes. Okay, so special in Japan, let me tell you. Skyclad Observer is such a good song. Is that this one? I'm gonna like Suzuha and or Moeka. Well, that sounds close to Monica, so I'm inclined to believe. Hello! Is that Keeper of the Night E-tier? My dating profile. Likes neckties. Dislikes beans. Beans and games and people that don't take themselves seriously. The end. Woohoo! Quick saved, by the way. Quick saved. What is that about? It literally said quick save, and we could not load it. Steins Gate, you're going to hear from my manager. I impulse bought Pokemon cards. Oh, like real Pokemon cards or the digital ones? Noted. We will meet in the parking lot. Oh, geez, here we go again. Who's that guy in the back? That's Daru. Oh, right, Daru Ino. Bop. Hey, you. Can you see us? Me?
なぜ何も答えない
Why won't you answer? I'm asking you a question. Yes, you on the other side of the monitor. Huh. Your silence only strengthens my hypothesis. I suppose that, from your perspective, it appears that we are the ones inside the monitor. But that's where you're wrong. For it is you who are inside. Your reality is nothing but lies and shadows. Naturally, that includes you, too. True reality is on this side of the screen. Don't you believe me? I don't blame you. Few are those who can handle the truth. But no matter, I shall speak in simpler terms. Easy enough for even you to understand. This is the Future Gadget Laboratory located in the Akihabara district of Tokyo. We call it simply the Lab. Our purpose is to shatter the system and plunge the world into chaos. Really? You shouldn't do bad things, Ocarin. Quiet. I'm a mad scientist, remember? Can't you tell from my lab jacket and the fact that I use the word hypothesis? You think they're in a building in Nevada? Perhaps? No. They said they're in Akihabara, Japan, Rosenlock. From the station, head down Chuodori until you reach Suehirocho Station. Then take a left onto Kuramaibashi Dori. In the alley before the traffic light, you'll find the rundown Ohiyama building. The lab is on the second floor. You got that? On the first floor is a store of ill repute called the Brawn Tube Workshop. You can't miss it. Yeah, that was a Japanese test. It deals exclusively in CRT monitors. Of all things. Can you imagine? Even in the heart of Akihabara's electric town, the demand for CRTs is practically non-existent. Because there's no Smash players there, is that... We learned about CRT monitors in Paranormasight, true. So there's a connection. Also, never forget the Whispering Canal made everybody disappear. But the proprietor of the Brawn Tube Workshop, Tenoji, is also the owner of the building. That's how he can afford to maintain his ridiculously niche hobby shop, even as land value continues to rise. He may seem a rough sort, but he was no match for my charisma. Now the entire second floor is mine for next to nothing. I digress. The Future Gadget Laboratory is currently experiencing a severe shortage of manpower. We welcome dedicated scientists from all fields to apply. At present, our researchers are... Oh, you've got to say lab mems, not researchers. Our lab mems, laboratory members, are 3. It is, Steven. Pokemon Stadium pushed us to our limit, so we casually cast it aside and are doing this now. I am the founder of the Future Gadget Lab, Lab Mem number 1, the insane mad scientist Hyoin Kiyoma.
I'm at my limit.
Ocarina is cuter, though. Next, we have our resident cosplayer and only female member, Lab Mem number 2, Shina Mayuri. Cosplayer?
I'm just cosplaying.
I mean, I like main character more than her for sure so far, even though I find him kind of annoying. They even added a tip for cosplay.
着るんじゃなくて作るのが趣味だよ。
Call me Mayushi. I like making costumes more than wearing them.
最後にスーパー
And last we have our resident super hacker, Lab Mem number 3, Hashida Itaru. I thought he was Daru. We're just gonna judge one at a time. Yeah, this is Mayuri's turn. I'm sure all the characters are lovely.
スーパーハカーって呼ぶなよ。
Stop calling me that. It's super hacker, duh.
そんな我々3人で
Here at the Future Gadget Laboratory, we devote ourselves to the art of invention.
は詳細は我がラボのホーム
For
ページに
details, see our lab's homepage.
もちろん
Our top priority, of course, is to develop weapons for the war with the Dark
その研
Dominion.
究から派生する
And that research has spawned a number of offshoot inventions. In fact, that's all it spawned.
すでに我々は
Our arsenal of future gadgets is up to 8, but this is just the beginning. I have a total of 108 inventions to create.
俺の中に108まであるの
Thank
だ
you, Suan. Well, we had to speed run through all that we did yesterday in it, so we spent a little time doing that and review, and we're just getting to the new stuff, so I don't really know what to think of this yet. I do think the first hour was pretty interesting, so let's see where it goes. I'm told it goes in a very anime direction, and we are going to test if we have the patience for it. It's a scary frame. Are you scared because of the fish basket on the wall? Are you scared because of the cosplayer on the couch? I find those things scary.
某テニス漫画みたいにですね。
Like in that tennis manga, right? I get it.
人の煩悩の数といえ
No, it's the number of earthly desires in mortals. You channel junkie.
それと俺が話しているのだから口出しをするなと言っている
She's
だろ
just cosplaying to be stupid. I'm just cosplaying. And I thought I told you not to interrupt me when I'm talking.
そもそもオカリン。
Yeah, I wouldn't want to interrupt you talking to yourself.
独り言ではない
I'm not talking to myself, can't you see? I'm talking to the person behind the monitor.
今その人
Ah,
似合
he
い
just
てるね
grinned.
おのれ貴様何
What are you
を
grinning about? Damn you! You don't even exist outside that monitor.
こっちみんなって言ってやれば。
Just say, don't look at
通
me.
じないんじゃないかな
I don't think that's gonna work.
俺たちに話しかけられてい
It
る
appears our attempts to communicate have failed. It's sad to see someone so deeply in denial of reality.
その人にしてみたら
Maybe they think we're in a game.
そいつには現
This is
実なのかゲー
quite
ムな
meta
のかってい
already.
う発想さえない。
I doubt it's even occurred to them.
じゃあダル君の大好きな二次
But
元の
aren't
女
your
の子たちも
2D
そうなの
girlfriends the same way? Ouch?
それは別。
What?
あの子たちは僕
That's
の嫁
different.
だから。
Those girls are my wives.
誰の嫁の話はどうでもいい
Nobody cares about your harem.
でもさ、マユシの言ったことって興味深い
But
テーマじゃん。
Mayushi touched upon a very interesting theme, you know? What if we're actually just characters in a game? Any way we can know for sure?
ないな
No.
即答かよ。
Come on.
ゆえにそのような議論は不毛
Such questions are meaningless. Our time is better spent thinking of ways to destroy the system.
中二病、オツ。
Nice Chunibu, bro. I step back from the monitor. Displayed on the screen is the ugly, cute character Alpaca Man. This is a game called Alpaca Man 2 where you speak to Alpaca Man via microphone and watch him react. The game exploded in popularity when it released 10 years ago, but personally, I find only the ugly part of Ugly Cute to be true. I bought it yesterday, 500 yen used, headset included. I turn to Daru with a menacing glare.
黙れスーパーハカ
Shut it, Haka. I'm no Chunibu patient. I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin.
お
I am Hoen Kyoma!
そういう設定っしょ。
That's your character's name, right?
やれやれ
Oh, Daru. Your communication skills are beyond repair.
アニメのオフ会じゃ僕がいつも場を
All of you know, I go to a ton of offline meets, and I'm always the life of the party. Yeah, whatever this guy's having, I'll take some. This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashida Itaru. Nickname, Daru. Parentheses, Ino. He's a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of the computer playing games and watching anime. He's worst boy. I was actually gonna say, is this game's, the really cringe guy from Somnium Files? Why can't I think of his name? Ota. He can't be as bad as Ota. Right? He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preferences, but to him, anything's fine as long as it's mowing. He's the reliable and skilled partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well. The needle bit my fingers. Over here, nursing a pricked finger, we have Sheena Mayuri, a 16-year-old high school student, if you can believe it. I've known her since we were both small.
Blood will flow like a river.
She's also an otaku. Nowhere near Daru's level, though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division for women. Why for women? And today she's working on costumes at her usual leisurely pace. Why does the Future Gadget Laboratory need costumes for women? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. Okay. Well. There you have it. Well, fuck. Hey, Shinjo. Post it in Pokemon E-tier, and then make a deck. I want to see bird owner E-tier deck. Just childhood friend Chan. Still, there's no way I would ever kick her out. After all, she was the first one to join the Future Gadget Laboratory. I would also like to point out, I bet you she made his weird lab coat. It's in Pokemon?
My goodness, how awful!
Let me look at this real quick. Oh, wow, the art looks so good. Cool. Yeah, that most recent set has some really good designs. Pokemon cards continue to slay. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring, she said to me. Mayushi is Okarin's hostage. I belong here. Well, that certainly was cryptic. But her offer was my salvation. For she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. I will never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough. So it's occurring to me that, remember in the beginning of the game, I was like, oh, the main character knows something about, like, the overarching plot and is, like, talking about stuff. No, he doesn't. He's actually just insane. Like, really insane. Huh. So, did Alpaca Man say anything?
Yeah, 全然
Nope, nothing. The human-faced alpaca inside the monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive, you'd think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game. Damn antisocial alpaca. I curse his name and smack the TV. As soon as I do... The TV makes a sound like it's shorted, and then the screen goes blank. I change the channel. Nothing. Check the power cable. Nothing. Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken. Damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Braun Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old. You made Mr. Alpaca angry. Damn. I'll have to get it repaired later. I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at a conspicuous stain on the ceiling while fanning myself. Close my eyes. And what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. They're gone. As I left Radikan, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just the people on the street. The people in the stores, gone. In the restaurants, gone. Even the cars vanished, drivers and all. And it all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were only sounds of life remaining. The only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there, breathless, until... What's wrong? Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Mayuri hadn't disappeared. She was right there.
My goodness, how awful!
Looking at me with questioning eyes. Everyone disappeared just now, right? Huh? You saw it too, right? Just now, before our very eyes. Panic took hold as the enormity of what happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Mayuri by her slender shoulders and shook her. Did you see it, Mayuri? You saw it, right? Huh? Mayuri's head flopped back and forth from my shaking. I didn't see anything. You didn't? I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles. You saw nothing? Nothing at all? There were people here a second ago, weren't there? There were? Even the store employees are gone. That's impossible by any measure. Of course they are. Her reply didn't make any sense. It was like this when we got here. Oh, I know. You're seeing things, aren't you? I'm sure it's because of the heat. How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I realized that she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Akiba's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radikan, where I had just been just a moment before. There it was, an enormous machine, like some kind of satellite, embedded in the roof of the building where, not 5 minutes before, I had found Makise Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Makise Kurisu might still be in that dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was... What the hell is that satellite doing there? Right before Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it, someone had placed a satellite-like machine shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop. But that's not what I'm seeing now. The satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabachi's press conference had been. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? Mayuri, about that satellite. Yep, what a surprise, huh? What do you mean, what was a surprise? It made a huge kaplow sound. A huge kaplow? It certainly did make a sound, but I don't think it was kaplow. I'd say it was more like zoom. Did that satellite fall out of the sky? Did it? Do you think any aliens were on board? What if Mayuri is just a figment of his imagination? I feel like she's so freaking weird that it's possible. What I hadn't seen didn't match at all with what Mayuri was saying. Rest in peace, E-tier. At least Toxicroak is a U Pokemon. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Hey, you two! Just then, a uniformed policeman ran up to us, his expression stern. What do you think you're doing here? This area is off limits. You have to leave. We're sorry. First, my good man, let's call you Officer A. I have one question. Officer A? Thousands of people just vanished. You saw it too, didn't you? What are you talking about? Get out of here. I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. Okay, so he must have time traveled by accident. And it's connected to his phone because it happened after we sent a text message, right? And he might have also triggered a time warp forward when he sent, he got an email that he tried to view, and he took out his phone to use it, right? So maybe that also caused a time skip. And during that time skip, that's when Makise was killed. And in this time skip, he skipped from when he left the building to after people ran away because of a crash. Oh, Sionis, hi, you played this? Awesome. Well, we're in the very beginning, and I'm trying to figure things out. I've been warned that it's extremely anime, so, I'm going in with my guard up. I decided to tell him about Makise Kurisu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could... Look, I don't have time for your nonsense. The policeman took me by the upper arm and said... The anime is better than the VN. No one got stabbed at Radicon. What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. We were escorted to UPX and released. There were people at UPX like usual. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chuodori had been blockaded by police, so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. And that brings us to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I checked online for any news. The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radicon. All of the major stations in Tokyo, even TOTV, are running special bulletins about it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anyone was hurt, but Chuodori is still closed off. Akihabara Station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba streets, nor about Makise Kurisu's murder. It's all a mystery. A mystery? I see. So that's it. From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Pangy, did you drink my coffee? I got an amazing coffee from Starbucks earlier. And then I also froze a iced coffee for now, so I'd have extra energy and caffeine. Daru and Mayuri turn and stare. This is all an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence has corrupted local law enforcement, which means our entire government may already be under their control. My god. But they underestimate me, for I am not so easily played. One day, I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, my favorite soda, from the fridge. Yuki, hello, welcome back. You caught us on a visual novel night. A non-Danganronpa visual novel, but a visual novel no less. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice-cold drinks are essential. Have you played SDRA 1 and 2? I have, yes. We actually just completed SDRA, I think 2 months ago. Steins Gate is the #2 rated anime of all time on your anime list. Oh, cool. The beginning's quite slow, yeah. It's okay. I'm going to be very patient with the beginning because pretty much everyone that has watched the anime or played the game told me beginning's going to be really boring, but once it picks up, it's really good. So, let's just do it. Oh, hello, John. On the website, My Anime List. Oh, that's a thing. Senshia, hello. Rated by users. Oh, so this is not like Sionis' personal anime list. It's like a collection of opinions. All right. You love visual novels? Me too. Yeah, I'm so happy. We typically do visual novels Saturday and Sunday nights, although we're having a bunch of interest in community night coming back for Saturday. So I think I probably will start my visual novels earlier on Saturday streams. Early afternoon as opposed to like nighttime. So that way we can do both. And I'll try to make Sundays longer visual novel sessions because they might be a little shorter on Saturdays. It's where the unwashed masses go to give their numerical opinion. Perfect. I love sites like that. Wait, I might be lying. I love anime and manga. Oh, cool. Are you on my anime list, John? My anime list is rigged, but I won't argue Steins Gate being great. Okay. Well. So be it. Eater, I see you. I haven't read any mangas yet, but I love anime. See, I grew up with manga and anime. I would still, I'm not even going to lie, I would probably still read manga to this day if I had my complete collection with me, but a lot of it is in my parents' attic. 2,800 miles away. The lab has no air conditioning. Ice-cold drinks are essential. Ah, Elixir Intellectualis. A drink fit for a genius. The main character is super freaking wacky. Cole's better. Ocarin really loves his Dr. P. I pity the man who knows not the greatness of this beverage. Ha ha ha. Step through the curtain dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Dr. Pepper. It's gotta be Dr. Pepper. You hate Dr. Pepper? I actually I don't really drink soda. But Diet Dr. Pepper is pretty top tier. If I'm gonna, like, get soda out somewhere, that's the go-to. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it is strictly off-limits to outsiders. Dr. Pepper was your favorite soda before you stopped drinking soda? Yeah, good choice. Soda loves soda? Well, it's shit then. Or root beer? I like a few sips of Dr. P, but after that it just tastes like sugar. Yeah. True. I think my secret soda like, which I only really drink diet soda because it's so much sugar and I just don't want to give myself insulin for it. Diet Mountain Dew is actually surprisingly good. You would think it'd be disgusting, but I like it. It actually might be disgusting, and I just like it, but... Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. Cherry Dr. Pepper is incredible. Isn't all Dr. Pepper cherry flavored? Your birthday was last week and your sister bought you Nerds and she didn't know that you hate nerd candy. Well... Nerds are pretty good. Especially, like, the ones that have, like, the gummy thing inside it. Dr. P has a blend of 23 flavors. Jesus Christ. Hi, Taps. Well, I would like names. I think cherry is one of the notes, but not the main one. One of the notes. What? Jesus Christ. I didn't know Dr. Pepper was so complicated. I poke Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. I'm playing Steins Gate! Yes. I kind of impulse decided that this was our next VN after we finished Paranorma Site. By the way, visual novel fans watching, if you did not catch our playthrough of Paranorma Site or you have not played it yourself, I highly recommend it. Yeah, Diet Dr. Pepper is a good diet soda, for real. Did you get the true ending? I sure did, yes. When I was doing that, it was the only one that you got. Oh, did you cut out diet soda now, Etir? I like seltzer. I think that's like my go-to drink. Seltzer and unsweetened tea. Trader Joe's has the best unsweetened tea, but Trader Joe's has the best everything. LaCroix. Did you figure it out ahead of time? No, the main plot twist, we had our suspicions, and when it was confirmed, it was like, God damn it, yeah, that was right. And then, it didn't take too long to figure out where to go from there, because I remembered some details from early game. Bubbly is your go-to? Bubbly is good. Tea, good, I just make it myself. Yeah, that works. Bag tea. Bag tea and like a pitcher of water. I actually really need to pee now that we're talking about drinks and all that. So stay with the Slice of Life music and I'll be right back. Soft drink convo? I know, we're getting distracted. Hi, hello. Kevin should be leaving work now. Kevin. You just buys tea and bubble tea. Oof, Yuki. Alright. All the windows here are weather stripped with packing tape, so it's dim. And hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Upon entering the development room, I picked up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. I thought he just always wore a lab coat. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off is apparently too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never been worn and probably never will be. Daru, is the plan progressing smoothly? Huh? What plan? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. There it is. Okay. Now, the only thing I know about Steins Gate is that the time travel is related to a microwave. A microwave. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models. Yes, Tutoru to you as well, Dots. Carbajack! Oh my goodness, 66 months.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening. Happy Sunday. Forever! You've been around forever. How are we doing tonight? Good to see you. We are progressing the gate. I think this might be the gate. I don't know, but we're gonna see. Happy Hunt Day in E7. Oh, that. How was I supposed to know what you meant? We've known each other for what, 3 years now? We went to high school together, and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months, though. We were in different classes junior year, and actually, we didn't talk at all, so 2 years? Details. The point is, we've known each other for a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here. His sprite is terrifying. Nope. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff, but no one knows what it means except us. Shot down again. Be careful, Carbajack. He is a otaku, and he has many waifus. Basically, I'm saying if he was a real person, he would be Rem's biggest fan, which means... So, are we any closer to figuring out what's wrong with gadget number 8? He's gonna be worse in the game. Not yet. So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. It is a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident. In other words, serendipity. The unkempt hair under the hat is a dead giveaway, I know. It's a choice. He's as grimy looking as he should be. He isn't as? Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. Gadget number 1, the Bit Particle Gun. Gadget number 2, Bamboo Helicam. Gadget number 3, could this be Aura Aura? Gadget number 4, Mode Snake. Gadget number 5, once again, I've made a worthless object by Goemon. Gadget number 6, the Sialoom Saber. Gadget number 7, Ghost in the Ball. They can all be seen on the website Daru made, so feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist genius. It straight up says Dr. Pepper. Anyway, our current problem is future gadget number 8, the Phone Wave. Name subject to change. Phone Wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When a future gadget is completed, the three of us discuss what to name it. Is it? I prefer names based on mythology or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Magic pre-releases all done. Came in first this weekend. Oh, nice. Do you guys play for money or not? Not Dr. Prenny. I prefer names based on mythology or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Pre-releases just for packs. So you got a lot of packs. How many packs? Did you get a box? No, that's too many packs. Daru thinks my naming style is too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. She says they don't fit in her head. And so our opinions on gadget names were always split. My friend taught me how artifacts work after way too long in Genshin. You didn't know? Tell us more, Dots. What happened? Is Wilds of Eldraine coming out soon? 12 for first place? Holy sh! How many packs is a box? But I digress. The Phone Wave, name subject to change, is in short a remote-controlled microwave. You put food into the microwave before you leave. Then, on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Voila! Hot food ready for your arrival. I always looked up the recommended sets and didn't look at the stats. Oh? Oh, like the main stats? Oh, 36. No, you're good, Carberjack. Knowing how lacking your gear is like climbing a hill only to look up and realize you're at the foot of a tall mountain. Yeah, well. Welcome to gacha games with gear. Yeah, let's build some decks, Carberjack. I think that's a good idea. He logged into my account on his stream and publicly shamed me? Oh, that's not cool. What the heck? Okay. As long as it was productive. Sounds like every gacha content creator doing account reviews ever. Well, yeah. I mean, it's the purpose of the review. You did this! Click, fixes stuff. There you go. Okay. So, it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave, named Subject to Change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave, or possibly just ditzy Mayuri, had made it her daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1, as usual when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she put it in. The microwave refroze the chicken. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause. We tried copying what Mayushi did, but we just can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I want chicken tenders now. I'm getting hungry. We might have orange chicken for dinner.
I'm getting hungry.
Butter chicken! I just don't get it. Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again. Mayuri, bring forth the bananas! Are you gonna turn them into gel bananas? Again? Ew! That's been bugging me, Mayushi. Stop calling them gel bananas. I know Daru smells ripe. Ugh! But gel bananas are gel bananas. I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave named Subject to Change. Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food. Your stinginess could cost us the battle with the organization. Yeah, well, describing somebody as an otaku the way they did is like all hygiene's out the window. That's fine with me. Mayushi always buys the bananas, and now Mayushi can't eat a single one. Next time, we'll only do one banana. But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. The phone wave, named Subject to Change, is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on it. The number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. Oh, I remember seeing the phone wave's number in his contact list. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? I checked my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? Let's press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone. And make sure that the phone wave, named Subject to Change, make a call to it. I don't know what the config button is. Anyone know what the controls for this game are? It didn't tell me. I'm gonna have to look it up. How to open system menu in Steins Gate. Right click? Oh. Okay, here we go. Perfect. What else is... Ooh. Tips list, config, full screen. Backlog. Config? Sounds like funny tier. Quick load, save, load, tips list. Is it tips list? Holy shit. Okay, this is not what we want. Let's read about Moe. You know... Try pressing P. Okay. Nope. Is there like a control settings somewhere? I don't see one. What does it say here again? Press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone. Am I supposed to be using a controller for this? Maybe? Let me see. What is the phone trigger button? What is phone trigger button Steins Gate? Oh, Z. Of course it's Z. Why wouldn't it be Z? Wow. Okay. Z for Zell phone. You can also open it with C. I'm connected.
RENG こちらは電話レンジかっこ仮です。
Oh, no worries, Sencha. It is a real... It is a... early cell phone. I remember having these. Call Ferris. Sorry, I don't know them. Hello, this is the phone wave. Name subject to change. This is the only voice of Mayushi... Oh, this is the voice of Mayushi Guidance, the system Daru programmed to operate the phone wave. Do you hear Mayushi's voice? Be quiet, I'm trying to listen. You can operate the timer from this menu. After pushing the number button, please enter the heating time in seconds. For example, press number 60 for 1 minute. For 2 minutes, press number 120. Entering the command properly will cause the phone wave, name subject to change, to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120 number. That should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on Mayuri's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The phone wave, named subject to change, comes to life. Of the hashtag, sorry. Pound. Wow, everyone's a critic. The turntable begins to rotate. Nice turntable, right? It's even spinning backwards. Backwards? I never noticed that.
そこに重大な意味があるかもしれない。漁師の振る舞いにも影響してくる問題であり。
That might have serious implications. If we look at quantum critical behavior driven by Hun's rule... Yeah. No.
ないか。
Not Hun's rule?
ないね。
No.
そうか。
Okay. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out.
ゲルバナの出来上がり。
Jalbananas are ready! The bananas have become not bananas. Gelatinous blobs coated with a thin membrane. Ew. After Mayuri discovered that the phone wave, named subject to change, had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time. Daru, you wouldn't mind eating one of those, would you? Of course you wouldn't. It's for science. Your sacrifice will forever be remembered. They look really nasty. That the taste doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat it. So come on, Daru. No need to be shy. Break a leg or a stomach and go for it. No way. Fine. Mayuri, the honor shall be yours.
なんかね。
But Jalbanas are all goopy, droopy, soft, and squishy.
だったよ。
Wait, she already tried one?
味もしないし。全然
It had no flavor, and it wasn't tasty at all. Gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Daru, what do you think? Soft and squishy bananas, huh? Soft and squishy banana.
マユシ、あなたのバナナ、ブニュブニュだねって言ってみて。
Mayushi, say your banana's all soft and squishy for me.
ダルくん、ダルくん。
Daru-kun, your nose is bleeding.
いいから言ってみてください。お願いします。
Please just say it.
あなたの
Your
バナナ
banana's all soft and... Don't make her say that, you perv. Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway,
I'm getting hungry.
ゲル状になったということは反固形。
they're gelatinous, a semi-solid state of matter. In other words, there is a possibility that the intermolecular bonds have weakened. What could have partially liquefied the bananas?
そうか。
I've got it!
わかったぞ。
I turn to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle. Then I cross it out and slap the board with my
俺
hand.
たちは冷凍機能
What we
だと
thought
思い
was
込
a
んでいたが
freezing
実は
function
違
is
ったのだ。
actually something else!
For Nixieed.
A bold statement, if I do say so myself. So why isn't anyone
さあ
surprised?
お前たち。
Now's the time to shout. What you say? Come on, don't be
ここは
shy.
叫ぶところだ。
Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably didn't even understand half of what was
冷
said.
凍機能じゃないのは分かってるっつう
We
の。
already knew that. Oh,
問題は。
the problem is we don't know what it is
何が起きて
doing
んのってことじゃ
or
ん
why it's doing it.
冷凍の逆なら
If it's the opposite of freezing, then couldn't it be thawing them?
実に愚鈍な意見だな。
What a silly question, Mayuri. What you're describing is just a normal microwave.
じゃあどういう
Then what is it?
それが分かんな
We
いか
don't
ら
know.
悩んでる
And
の
that's the problem. You're right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. In any case, there's nothing we can do about it now. It's time for Daru and I to head to Daibiru. There's going to be a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Denki University. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. Behind me is the large unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara Station. The building is under police barricade. No one is allowed to approach, but from a distance, the object appears to be some kind of satellite. As we cross the overpass, that connects UPX and Daibiru, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around Akiba. Oh, we got a text? Oh, so you're supposed to check these. You know, I'm really sad about dropping my Upa. It's worse than last year when I missed buying Fatty Jero Froggy. Oh my. Spam text? Everyone is walking towards the main street, which is still cordoned off. That was a static video. Daru, aren't you going to check out Radican? No point. Can't get close. I've been following the news online, though. There's already 100 threads about it on at channel. It's huge, man. Oh, so that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. We enter Daibiru and take the elevator to the 5th floor ATF Assembly Hall. Man, feel that AC. I'm alive. Unlike the lab, Daibiru has air conditioning. Yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar. About the phone wave name subject to change, I might have found our answer. You know, that name subject to change thing is really annoying. I won't give in that easily. Even if no other lab members use name subject to change, I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. Now's not the time. So, what's your latest ridiculous theory? What do you mean, ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility. Even those a lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Don't you dare call that ridiculous. So, basically, you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. Daru, I have a hunch that the phone wave name subject to change may be the key to opening Steins Gate. How's that? Steins what? You lost me at ridiculous, man. A chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor. The elevator door opens slowly. As we step out of the elevator... I bump into someone. I quickly grab the person's shoulder to keep them from falling. I'm sorry. Ah! Okay. So Best Girl is back. It's a girl. And I recognize her. You! Impossible. Chills run down my spine. I stare at her face in disbelief. I saw this girl just 3 hours ago. Makise Kurisu! Is there something wrong? Kurisu frowns and tries to back away, but I don't let go of her shoulder. My grip tightens. Ow! You! You should be dead! Why are you here? And you're even... There isn't a single bloodstain on her clothes, and they're the same ones she was wearing when I found her. Your hot take is that we haven't met Best Girl yet? I mean, yeah. I'm just saying Best Girl because she has the look that I would normally say. You're worried? Oop. Time travel? Definitely, Lisa, yes. In a microwave, perhaps. It might be related to our cell phone, though. Only a serious wound could have produced that much blood. Yet, as far as I can tell, she's completely uninjured. Not a scratch. Hey, that hurts! Let me go! So, all we need is for one of the characters to say something like, what was the name of that professor? Hakabachi or something? Hasn't given his seminar yet. That's all they need to say, and then all will make sense. Kurisu pushes me away. Then she shoots me a wary glare. I realize that I'm gaping in disbelief. What's wrong with you? You're okay, but that's impossible. Someone stabbed you. I saw you lying in a pool of blood. And again, Daru interrupts. She and BlazBlue Tsubaki share the same JPVA. Ah, that's funny. She even looks like Tsubaki a little bit. How did she die before? We don't really know, Lisa. We just found her. We talked to her, we ran away from her. We heard a scream. And then we found her, just dead. He's been saying stabbed, but there's no evidence that she was stabbed. Yeah. What do you mean, again? I mean, you sent me that email like a week ago. Oh.
Oh no.
So I wasn't expecting that. It was a week ago. But if it was a week ago, then why is she here? I sent you an email? Don't be ridiculous. I saw her dead just 3 hours ago. Hey, could you not talk about me like that? I'm perfectly fine. You know, the message was kind of weird. It was dated a week after I got it. It was dated a week after I got it. Which means it came from the future. Okay, there we go. That's what we wanted to know. Okay. It came from the future? That sounds like something you'd read on the internet, Daru. It's rare for you to talk about ridiculous theories. No, the date was definitely a week later. It came from, the 28th. Wait, that's today. Daru pulls out his phone and shows it to me. Received. Oh. From Okarin. Haha. Okarin. Someone stabbed. Received on July 21st at 12:56. But it was sent on July 28th at 12:54. It was split into 3 emails. Someone stab. Bed. Makise. Kurisu. Don't. Why did I send such a short message in 3 parts? And it looks like the 3rd email got cut off. I do recognize the content, though.
3時間前に誰に送ったメールだ
This is the email I sent you 3 hours ago. But I sent 1 mail, not 3, and there should be more texts. Did Daru really get this a week ago?
興味深いわね。
Interesting. Suddenly, Kurisu is standing next to me, peering intently at the screen of Daru's phone. Oh, right, the email's not important. Well, maybe it is, but not right now. The real question is why she's still alive. Is she an illusion? No, an evil spirit. Am I haunted? I don't believe it. Such unscientific drivel. I am a mad scientist. I timidly reached out to Kurisu's face. My fingertips stroke her hair. Oh my god, creep. Feels silky. Quite the cuticles.
ある実体が
Substance. She has substance. Of course she's not a ghost. How silly of
だ
me.
というのは
Kuroi. That's your first thought.
オカリン、まずい。
Okarin, I don't think that's a good idea. I poke Kurisu's cheeks with my fingers. Such softness. Dead bodies don't feel like this. Not that I've ever touched one.
おい。
Hey. Wait a minute. We already touched when I bumped into her coming out of the elevator. I even grabbed her shoulders before being pushed away. And I still doubted that she had substance. That's just proof of how confused I am. If she's alive, then what did I see back at Radikan? What was that scream I heard? Were they hallucinations, just like the mass disappearance? That's right, she was stabbed. Maybe she's just hiding her wounds. This requires further investigation. I grab the hem of her blouse and slowly lift it.
己は
Are you trying to get yourself arrested?
俺は
I just want to know the truth.
真実を知りたいだけだ
I stare straight back at Kurisu as she trembles with anger and lift her blouse a little higher.
何が真実よ。
What truth, you perv? You stupid? Wanna die? She pushes my hand away.
ルイスちゃんの名台詞。
Luis Chan's famous line for the win. Daru shouts something silly, but I ignore him and press Kurisu.
俺は確かに見たのだ
I know what I saw.
まさかあんた。
No way. Did you just see my
私の
under...
光を
Kurisu's face turns bright red. She firmly pulls her blouse
こ
down.
の手の目が
No, you fool, not that! Earlier this afternoon, after Dr. Nakabachi's presentation, someone killed Makise Kurisu and left her in a pool of blood. I carefully explain everything I saw.
ドクター
Wait, Dr. Nakabachi?
中バッチ。
オカリン、何言って
What are you talking about, Okarin? Dr. Nakabachi's presentation was cancelled.
中止になったじゃん。
Cancelled?
そう。
Yeah, because of the satellite crash. Something's wrong. Our stories aren't matching. It's the same thing that happened right after I saw the mass disappearance. Mayuri's story didn't match mine. I need to know. Am I caught in some sinister plot? Is this another organization conspiracy?
ね
Excuse me,
我が名は
my name is
ホ
Hoen Kyoma.
違うよ。全然違うよ。
I mean, he's been mad this whole time. Really, man? You're hopeless.
え。ほーいさん。
Okay, Hoen-san. I'd like to hear your story in more detail. Looks like she finally understands I'm not lying. But I still don't understand why my memories don't match everyone else's. I doubt that I can give her a good explanation. Just then, an older man steps out of the assembly hall.
牧瀬さん
Magase-san, it's almost time. Huh? Oh, right. Thank you. Kurisu glances at me one more time, then sighs and heads toward the small conference room.
オカリン、とりあえず
We should go too.
行くとはどういう意味
Go where?
講義を聞きに来たんだろ
Go to hear the lecture. Duh. Ah, that. Daru follows after Kurisu. Did she come to attend the lecture too? Strange. Why would the girl genius Makise Kurisu need to attend a lecture like this? Okay, my guess was a bit off. The girl genius didn't come to attend the lecture. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to hear me speak today. She's the one giving the lecture. Japan's famous girl genius Makise Kurisu, who had her thesis published at the tender age of 17. According to Daru, she turned 18 a few days ago. I first heard about her when Daru pointed her out in a Gossip magazine article. That's when he told me that she was going to be a guest at ATF. I'd forgotten all about it. It's my first time giving a lecture like this, so please forgive me if I'm a little nervous. The audience is pretty mixed. It's mostly students like us, but there are also a couple of professors. And Kurisu just gave me a sharp look. What did I do? When I return her stare, she quickly averts her eyes. I don't care if she's a genius or whatever, I still don't like her. She may have these people fooled with her timid girl act, but I learned at RaniCon how cunning and aggressive she really is. Even if her murder was some kind of hallucination, my judgment of her character is still correct. For today's lecture, I've been asked to speak on the subject of time travel. It's not really my area of expertise, but I'll try my best. Time travel? Oh-ho! Let me start by saying that time travel is an absurd concept. Objection! Every member of the audience, not just Kurisu, is startled by my interruption. Perhaps I'm being slightly rude here, but I'm not one to just sit and listen to some genius girl's drivel. Hold it! Take that! It's presumptuous for you to claim that time travel is absurd. Okarin, you magnificent fool. Sitting at my side, Daru throws me a small salute. ATF staff are approaching, probably to kick me out. Perhaps I got too carried away. Okay, it's fine, I guess. It'll be easier to talk in a discussion format. Thanks to her proposal, the event staff refrained from escorting me out. She sounds a little pissed, but let's not mind that. But before that, please listen to my thoughts on the subject. It's a screenshot of Sephiroth's ult from yesterday. Scientists have proposed many theoretical models of time travel, but there are 11 in particular that bear mentioning. What are the major theories of time travel? He's in the film Interstellar. I have heard about the cosmic string theory, at least. Yeah, FF7 was great, Dots. Neutron star theory, black hole theory, light speed theory, tachyon theory, wormhole theory, exotic matter theory. Yeah, do we have the UFO mainframe and then maybe morphogenetic field shifting? Cosmic string theory, quantum gravity theory, cesium laser theory. Elementary particle ring and laser theory, Dirac antiparticle theory. Not bad. Perhaps Makise Kurisu is a worthy rival after all. However, all these models are purely theoretical. Some of them even contradict each other. Well, what if someone comes up with a 12th model? Right. Well... Our microwave was just a UFO mainframe all along. It could be contradicted by the 13th model now, couldn't it? Damn, she twisted my question and used it against me. Touché, girl genius. Suddenly, I feel eyes on me. Some puffed-up professors are giving me hard looks from across the room. Maybe I got too carried away. I don't want to risk losing my credits. I should back off for now. By the way, time travel to the future is available to us right now according to Einstein's special theory of relativity. For example, let's say someone were to go to Haneda Airport and board a plane headed to Okinawa. Upon arrival, that person would be about 100 millionth of a second farther into the future than I am. What? What does that mean? According to the special theory of relativity, time moves slower for objects as they approach the speed of light. For example, if you could run at near the speed of light, you could reach a point where time only moves half as fast for you. If you were to keep running at that speed for 24 hours, 48 hours would elapse in the rest of the world, meaning you could jump one day into the future. Understand, Hoen Kyoma? Gah! Why are you singling me out? Do you understand? I'm doing my best to hold back, but it looks like Makise Kurisu wants to pick a fight. I wish that she hadn't said that name in front of so many people. It's too great a risk to let others know my true name. That's not really time travel, is it? Now our professor calmly makes an objection. True, Makise Kurisu's example isn't strictly time travel per se, but I never expected an older man, a professor at that, to refute an 18-year-old girl. Maybe he's just testing the girl's resilience. Yes, you're right. The girl genius readily concedes the point. If she were a normal 18-year-old, it would have been impossible for her to be this calm in front of all these people. A normal 18-year-old would panic when refuted by such a distinguished-looking professor. And yet, Makise Kurisu giving off an aura of gutsiness that says, I can take this guy on. Then what are you going to say to the past? Or when are you going to the past? Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you? That's not time travel either. This time it's a nearby student who objects. Well, I was just getting started. Was it just me or did Kurisu look a little nervous just now? Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass. Ah, but did you know that the tear is in between the warp and the weft, and a string-shaped crevice? That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy. It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. When you pass through an area of angular deficit, transit time becomes 0. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to spatial theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit would cause the transit time to become negative instead of 0. I know, I'm so lost. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use 2 cosmic strings, you could do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. We'll have a quiz next weekend? Okay, cosmic string theory, go. I would just write capital SHIFT on the exam and hand it in. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. Thank you, Dots. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need 3 strings in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. A tip, let's read it! Kurisutina sensei, oh my. Are they gonna call her that at some point? I kinda hope they do. We can study later. Okay, great. Does our cell phone tell us what time it is? $2:53 is when we got a text from Mayuri. So, what does that mean? Steam achievement. Kevin! Okay. Kevin just got home, so let me go say hi to him and I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. 1 sec. Kevin achieved. Yeah, hello. Alright, thanks for waiting. Back to this weird lecture by this girl genius person. SR Kevin obtained, yes. We rolled a Kevin successfully. And I'm refreshing. Oh, I should post expos. I bet I have 5 posters. I've been doing hunts all day. Still no metal Upa. We did not find the metal Upa, yeah. I think the metal Upa is gonna get found somewhere and they're gonna be like, when did she lose it? Maybe not. We're getting bamboozled a little bit here with like the order of events, which I like. I like that type of how is this arranged mystery, so let's keep going. Now then, you need 3 things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves, 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move at near light speed. Why is she making that face? How much energy do you think you'd need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts. This earns a few chuckles from the audience. Third, you'd need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. That's her fuck you, I'm right face? Oh man. What do you think, Hoin-san? Oh, oh. Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel? Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time. Looks like Hoin-san doesn't want to take the challenge. I know, she's like... She's talking shit. She's best girl, though. She is best girl. Oh my. Wait a minute. Before I click this, let me put up some of these since I have a bunch of them. He assaulted her and then berated her publicly. Yes. He also sexually harassed her. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Hoin-san, oh my gosh, do you know what wormholes are? No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right? Yes, that's correct. Oof, I got it right. I sigh inwardly in relief. There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So, we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter. Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Kurisu raises her right fist. Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist's grasping force, so that I can't squish anymore. Kurisu opens her fist. If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara, and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light, and once it's there, we yank it back to LA. Oh. How? According to the spatial theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. She's referring to the highway from LA to Tokyo. Completing Steins Gate qualifies you for an associate's degree in physics. I do not follow any of this. I feel like most players probably don't. But yeah, I'm, this is pretty confusing. Just sleep on it. Okay, got it. I'm sure I'll wake up and it'll be fine. According to the spatial theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Hoin-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called the true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect. This has been talked about in Zero Escape? No! Or no, Somnium Files. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more. Since the transit time is 0, Hoin-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. I miss Tokiko. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist. So, implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now, do you see what I meant when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer. Isn't there anything simpler? Like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use or something? I'm afraid not. A firm declaration. This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. Diamond, have you been listening to this? This is like... That's my response. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved.
Time paradox.
You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass? They're going so deep for what? Yeah, exactly. Like, we know at this point that the main character clearly time traveled. Is it necessary to explain all these real-life theories about it? I don't know. Instant hire. For this long, too, yes. This is a very long speech that she's giving. The universe is full of bottoms. They're full of bottoms that can't be moved. Because they need an exotic top. Alright, I'm just gonna stop. The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. I think the author was just really dorky about this shit. Yeah, It's reminding me a bit of, what's that game? Zero Escape, Uchikoshi, right? He's like the king of, let me take theories and put it into my visual novel and make the characters talk about it and consider it when I make anime shit happen. Like, that's like... Ooh. 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 That feeling when you realize you just put the wrong group in one of the expos. Why would that happen? Epic 7? Anyway. Somebody's poster is gonna get unfinished by me, because that's really bad. Anyway, okay. It didn't say what kind of danger. I think I might have missed something. Is my log here? I remember reading in a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though. Okay, got it. If you think that conservation of mass applies to macro systems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken. What? Is that true? Heh. Ah, she laughed at my reaction. That little... Gah, how mortifying. Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then what is the problem? The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox. Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born? As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never. What if you just don't kill them? You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that. Really? It doesn't seem that dangerous. Any paradox, no matter how small, could cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.000001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say that this is the logical conclusion? Okay, why? One second. This got, like, fucked up somehow.
Get it together.
It like, duplicated one of my expo teams without me doing that. So it sent my freaking Gigantes team into Symmachus, and they got 1.8k. So annoying. I gotta make sure I'm keeping these expos all done while we do this weird anime game. Okay. Anyways. There may be loopholes, like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept. Gah! I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kurisu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kurisu truly is a genius. Okay, thank God it's over. I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ATF. After the two time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture. So impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. Okay, now let's review what she talked about. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makise Kurisu dead, and yet she's alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kurisu. My conversations with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion. It never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. Hey, Thomas. This is a new visual novel, Steins Gate. Not new as in it came out recently, but it's new for the channel. So far, it's very anime, and it has some time travel element going on that we don't know the specifics of. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I head to Yanabayashi Shrine. I need to get exercised. I seriously doubt that the Makise Kurisu at ATF was a ghost. I don't even know if there's murders. Well, we did find a girl dead, but now she's alive, and we don't really have an explanation for it. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese. It's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanda River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Manseibashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. It's Ocarine! There are two girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. And the other docile-looking beauty is in traditional Miko attire. Urushibara Luka. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. In her shrine maid outfit, which Alzarath seems to really like. Doo-doo-doo. Oh. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priest's son. That's right. Son? Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. What? Good afternoon, Okabe-san. He bows his head. The voice of a girl. The mannerisms of girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes. But he's a guy. Oh my goodness. Holding a bamboo broom apparently in the middle of cleaning. But he's a guy. Okay. Freaks. There we go. This is... Okay, so... You said earlier that there was going to be a character like this. So, I'm not, like, extremely caught off guard. I didn't think it was this character, though. I thought you guys said it was going to be, like, a maid or something. Hello, Turnas. Welcome to the stream. Don't worry, there's also a maid. Oh, great. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. But he's a guy. Okay, that's funny. Damn cicadas won't shut up. But he's a guy. Lukato. Lukako? That blade I gave you. What happened to it? He's a friend of mine. I call him Lukaku. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's pedestrian heaven. It also so happens that Lukaku and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Oh. Did we... Wait, did stream stop? Nani? I see, no drop frames, and it says that I've been live the whole time. Weird. I feel like that was probably a Twitch thing, because, yeah, my software is not showing anything. It blipped for 3 to 4 seconds. Uh-oh. Lukaku's beauty stunned the stream, well, apparently. Well, good. Anyway, I guess refresh if you need to. Lukaku is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. You mean Demon Sword Sumidare? Correct. I bought it for you so you could learn to control your power. Oh yeah, you bought it at Blade Works, right? I think you said it cost 980... Don't say another word. Any more and they will come to silence you. Put this, Luca. No story time. We like Honkai Star Rail, Luca. Yeah. The reference. They're gonna silence me? Thanks for worrying about me, Ocarina. But who are they? I ignore Mayuri's question. So, Lukaku, are you making sure to practice with Sumidare like I told you? Yes, I do practice swings once a day. As long as you carry it and master the Seishin Zanma School of Swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Demon Sword Sumidare may be an imitation sword, but it is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included. Thank you, Okabe-san. It was a wonderful present. My name isn't Okabe. It's Ocarine! Sorry, Kyoma-san. As long as you understand, now speak the words. El Sai Kongalu? No, not Kongalu. Kongru. Yes! El Sai Kongru. Did I get it right? Lukaku smiles happily as I nod. Thank you. Such a lovely smile. But he's a guy. Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. Mayu, she's not a Fujoshi, but she's getting a little excited. I'm sorry, a what? Where are the tips?
Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Oh, here we are. A term for female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi, or works of fiction that depict homosexual relationships between men. Does not apply to female otaku in general. Oh. Gotcha. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, we should save. We haven't saved in a while. Yep, we just took a step into the dark side of anime culture for sure. Anyway, let me start another expo, and then we're gonna keep going. Yeah, it might all be dark. Just some boys love lovers that are female. So basically, you're one of these people, Marissa. I know someone who's extremely proud for Joshi. She has it in her Discord name. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with them while I play this, man. Since they do expire when people beat them, I'm like, I don't want to miss out. Nothing wrong with the little BL. Mayuri-chan, please don't imagine such things. Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship, I, Hyoin Kiyoma, have gone to great lengths to brainwash, teach Lukaku about the evil conspiracies that rule the world, and how to resist them. That stuff about demon sword Samidare, is part of that training. Looks aside, Lukaku is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, he's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though he does have the weaknesses of not catching on too quickly and being too shy. What are you doing here, Mayuri? I came to see Luka-kun. Komima's coming up next month, and I want him to cosplay as Hirari-chan from Rainet. But he won't say yes. But cosplaying, that's just too embarrassing for me. But I'm sure you look great in it. The phrase, someone this cute can't be a girl, is really popular, you know? Come on, make your cosplay debut. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looks like she's chosen Lukaku as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on, Lukaku has no problem wearing Miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? But whatever, I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later. But it's really important to Mayushi, and it's trivial to me. Anyway, Lukaku, there's a good reason for my being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism. An exorcism? Then I'll go get my dad. Please wait. No, it's nothing that serious. I just need some peace of mind. That's why I came here instead of Kanda Shrine. So, with that said, bring out the usual. The usual? You mean Samidare? No! Who the hell uses a demon sword for an exorcism? The usual for an exorcism should be obvious. I don't know what it's called, but it's that stick with the zigzaggy paper thingies, and the priest does a shaky thingy with it. Haha, that sounded really dumb, Okarin. Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri. Oh, the Onusa. But I don't know if my father will lend it to me. I'll go ask him. Oh dear. Lukaku makes a quick bow, then runs off toward his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect a high school girl to carry. Yeah, what the fuck? Its name is Pockety. Obvious that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. Well, it's time for me to go to work. Do your best. You going straight home afterwards? Yep. Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break again. See you tomorrow! I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off.
Mayuri.
Wait, Mayuri. Back at Radikan, you heard a man scream, right? Scream? Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temples as if in thought. Then she gives an unusual smile. When was that again? This afternoon. I don't think I heard anything. Oh, well, alright. Do you remember being at the lecture? Did you get the Upa? You should have asked about Upa. There's no way she would forget the Upa. Okarin's a weirdo. Bye-bye, Tutoru. Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half-dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway. She's a genius. Oh, we still have to get exercised. Thanks for waiting, Okabe-san. Lukako returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hands is the white, zigzaggy thing I asked for. Dad let me borrow it, thank goodness. Did Mayuri-chan leave? Don't worry about Mayuri. Begin the exorcism at once, Lukako. Okay, but do you really want me to do it? What exactly am I exercising anyway? Lukako is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt torches my heart. Touches my heart, even. A terrible chill shoots up my spine. Gah! It's the evil spirit in my arm! I grab my violent, shaking wrists. But be still, foul spirit! Gah! Hurry, Lukako! It's trying to take over! No, please, hang in there, Okabe-san. I'm not Okabe-san! I'm sorry, Kyoma-san. What should I... The exorcism, hurry! Just do it like I taught you! Okay. With a serious look on his face, Lukako grasps the Onusa with both hands as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive, I've taught him well. His face is red and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something, but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward? Shh, amateur. Please, Luca, expel the spirit from me. I don't want to kill you. Lukako starts crying. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty, like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukako's managed to work up his resolve. Hear me, evil spirit! He raises the Onusa up high, shaking it left and right. Please leave from Okabe, I mean Kyoma-san. That's great. Now strike my arm with those zigzags. The tip of the Onusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of the cicadas. Did it work? I take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped. I'm okay. Looks like you drove away the evil spirit. Good job, Lukako. Lukako sighs in relief and blushes. I'm glad I was able to help. His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the Braun Tube workshop for repairs. That was the most random thing. Like, ever. Everything the main character does serves no purpose. I feel. Like, he went to a shrine to exorcise a made-up demon. It's just introducing his harem? Okay. Daru and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down the narrow staircase by myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I manage. Hey, CRTs are heavy. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare of the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. I think he's just a teenager hanging out and sees his friends in the summer, but he happens to be very quirky. Okay. A 42-inch CRT television. It doesn't seem like something you could get in modern Japan. The LCD TV is becoming the new standard. I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT.
Oh.
This is the... Yo, what's up, Okabe? Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. These are, conspicuously... This is the guy you told me about? Yeah, he seems like a minor character, unfortunately. But yeah, my goodness. He's the workshop's manager, actually the owner of this whole building, Tennoji Yugo. I call him Mr. Braun. Well, it's a fitting name for someone who loves Braun tubes. What's up? That TV you gave me broke. That's what. I bet you were treating it rough, weren't you? I barely managed to set the TV on the counter. Love. You gotta treat him with love. A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. It sends shivers down my spine. I'll need repairs post-haste. Man, why do you always talk like that? Mr. Braun begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they're all functional according to Mr. Braun. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screen and HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took to the market. You're open late today. Don't you usually close around 7? The crowds in Akiba thin quickly at night. All the major electronics stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was simply a lie, the town goes silent. I'm expecting someone. You mean that chipmunk of yours? Don't be calling my little girl a chipmunk, you hear? The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It's a picture of a young girl shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man to be some kind of pervert, but this girl's actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs. Or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and then. What was her name again? If you touch Nay, you're dead. That's it, Nay. A rare name that means to braid. She pops up at the store now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one Nay gets along with. Yeah, the fact that that was his first thought, I'm like, okay. Okay. Nay always hides when she sees me or Daru. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. Mr. Braun makes a grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Once again, shivers down my spine. But seriously, besides your daughter, has this workshop ever had a customer? I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if this place were actually making any money. Ain't a customer. He puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer. There's probably just a loose solder on the board, so I can fix it. Really? Well, then by all means. Hold on, I'll get you an estimate. What? You're charging me? What do you think? This ain't some charity. You're the one who gave us the TV. Yeah, so what? Never said I'd serve it for free. Curse you. You have the gall to say that after foisting a half-broken piece of junk onto us? Oh, shut up. If you don't want it, I can take it back, though I'll have to charge you for its safe disposal. Extortion! You dare cheat the man who very well may change the future of mankind? Who's that now? Me, of course. Who else? Brush your teeth and go to sleep, kid. You've got some nerve to be back-talking when I'm letting you rent the second floor for next to nothing. You shall have your money, Mr. Braun. In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then, I hear the door open. I look up to see a girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. What's up? Suddenly, time stops. It feels like someone activated the worlds. The girl is still standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Braun was expecting? Yeah, probably. Story time. Maybe she's someone who knows... he knows personally. Another daughter? Oh my. Or, dare I say, his girlfriend. Okay. She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. I called earlier. I'm Amane. And just like that, time starts moving again. Oh, so you're the kid for the job interview. I'm Tenoji, the manager. A job interview? This young woman? You want to work at a dull, dirty, depressing, debt-ridden Braun 2 workshop with this filthy old manager? You want an extra 1,000 yen added to your rent? My words are but the truth, though I suppose it's not my place to get involved. Anyway, I had no idea the Braun 2 workshop was hiring. You always look so free. I didn't know you needed the help. Actually, I'm the one who begged for the job. The girl looks a little embarrassed. The boss refused at first, but I wouldn't take no for an answer. That's honestly surprising. Kids with drive are rare these days. Take a seat right there, young lady. Oh, thank you. Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Braun hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview? In contrast to how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic. Right. What was your name again? Amane Suzuha. Age? 18. Same as me. Student? No. She shakes her head. Why do you want to work here? Because I love CRTs. Hired. You start tomorrow. Wait, what? Is this some kind of joke? Are we on a camera? Thanks, boss. Finally, Amane Suzuha seems to relax. Then she looks at me. Who are you? You dare ask my name? Banish the thought from your head, girl. To learn it would place your life in jeopardy. Countless women have learned my name only to find themselves targets of the organization. Sarah in America, Claudia in Italy, Simone in France. I won't put anyone else in danger. Hey, stop pulling things out of your ass. He just doesn't understand my pain. This idiot rents the second floor. His name's Okabe Rintaro. My name's not Okabe, it's Hyoin. Quit it or I'll raise your rent. I'm Okabe Rintaro. The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression. I don't know anything about this organization that's after you, but if you're ever in trouble, Okabe Rintaro, let me know. I can help with stuff like that. Huh? Huh? Stuff like what? If necessary, I can hurt them so bad they'll never bother you again.
Mr. Brown.
Oh, so she's Tomboy-chan. Mr. Braun, I don't think you should hire her. Yeah, she might be a wild one. I'll fire her if she causes any trouble. Anyway, ignore that organization nonsense. It's all in Okabe's head. It is? She matches the MC's crazy. I was gonna say, she just like went along with it. I don't like that she's cat-facing at all times, though. Also, the armpit pose. Nothing cat, but it's weird to cat face at all times. You're alarming her. Yeah, Storytime likes her. I knew it. Yeah, Kevin's yelling at me from the room. I'm just peacefully doing Epic 7 expos, okay? You just keep thinking that. But someday, the world will kneel before me. Mwahaha! I miss the kissy face. And then Amane Suzuha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye. So that's the current trend. Thanks for the tip. Carvajar? This game would be so much better with Aereo in it. I miss Aereo. Trend? I don't think so.
That's it.
Carvajack, you better be doing your expos. Old buddy, old pal. So hot. I was at university all morning. As I... Oh, we have mail. As I return to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. There's so many, I know. I actually have more I can post too. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much. I can't sleep at night. P.S. because of that night. P.S. because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samidare. Well, Lukaku's very wholesome, so... Thanks for being a pal. Give me a quick second. I need to just grab a little bit more water because, LOL reading to the stream. So, be right back. Okay. We are fit to continue. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check channel on my phone. I mostly frequent the occult board, the future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. I search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Makise Kurisu's stabbing, but nothing turned up. So were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titor. So is that channel just Reddit, or... I can't click it. Wait, John Titor is back? John Titor appeared on American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. It's 4chan. I see. I see. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claims started quite a storm among the BBS denizens. Titor also made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. The start of the Iraq War and the spread of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, for example. To prove he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time machine and provided pictures of its operational manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. He's a real internet legend. Interesting. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other too. That's why to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So after 10 years of silence, the same John Titor is now on a Japanese BBS. Ridiculous. It's obviously a troll. First of all, John Titor is American, and yet he's posting on channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at his posts. CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one, to say nothing of private citizens. CERN use their time machine for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There is no war, no conflict. However, that is a false peace founded on the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? Why did you come to this time? Was it the Akiba satellite crash that was your doing? Wait, guys, Titor-san doesn't understand channel lingo. Let's keep it simple, okay, if you know what I mean. I came here to change my present, in other words, your future. My mission is to destroy SERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living in. Everyone is free. But you will lose it all in just 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What is a trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. A nuclear research facility. Hey, what's up, Ono? Okay. You're a fraud. What's a dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga if you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You trying to play God? If they're promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new SERN's overlords. My time machine is a prototype reverse engineered from the stolen CERN technology. Compared to their time machine, its capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single, all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, where we will live, whom we will marry. There is no privacy and no choice. Anybody who dares oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials. Huh. Someone said, can you have self-cessed? You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox that has been debunked. This world line has a divergence of blah 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 compared to the world line I came from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this world line. I would go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research institution that hasn't changed in 2036. It is possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in time is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you're really a time traveler, prove it. Post time machine pics or get the fuck out. Many worlds interpretation. Whoa, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world, all one. I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I am only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. A trip code is a way to identify posters. Put hashtag password after your name. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on this world line's divergence, but if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change by about 0.00002%, if that. A single human being's death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Yeah. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to use this from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick up again tomorrow. It's been fun talking to everybody. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. It captures the same energy. Do people still use 4chan? I remember that was like a stupid thing a long time ago. Oh, they do. Dude's reading all this in public. I think our character might be a nerd. True. But we already knew that. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Teeter for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Teeter wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Teeter, that's how I know. This new John Teeter is clearly an imposter. There are many Teeter fanatics on channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I was expecting. Everyone is accepting this time traveler as if this were his first appearance. Nobody has even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Teeter thread archive in English and plenty of Teeter blogs in Japanese. I enter John Teeter's name into the search engine. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Teeter's postings on channel. I can't find a single trace of the Teeter from 10 years ago. Bizarre. This just can't be. I searched for information on Teeter a few years ago. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Is the search engine filtered? I tried searching on another site just to be sure, but it gives the same results. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? These past 2 days, I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Zaru. He'll know about Teeter for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Teeter before. I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation. Okay, so we're probably in a separate world line than we started the game on, right? It's gotta be that. Initially, there was no crash ship. Kurisu died. Yada, yada, yada. So this is a separate timeline. There was no meeting or no press conference for the fraud doctor guy. That's why What's-Her-Face doesn't remember being there. I bet there's no Upa-chan, and Kurisu is alive. What caused the jump? Who the freak knows? Maybe the weird blank audio file that got emailed to him. I'm positive the conversation happened. By the time I dig my phone out of my bag, I no longer feel like making the call? Why? By May Queen, he means May Queen plus Nyan. Oh no. A maid cafe. Taru's a regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too. May Queen plus Nyan is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Coming from Kurama by Shidori, take a left at Sumakikoisaka Crossing and you'll find it. What is with these directions? Like, why do they include this? That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radikan incident. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. Okay. Invite. 1 second. Posting more expos. Good luck, everyone. But Radikan building still seems off limits. The entrance shutters are closed shut and sealed with yellow police tape. We're here now in Akihabara, the day after the unexplained satellite crash. The police barricade has been lifted and a tremendous number of people have gathered in front of the station. The satellite's origin is still under investigation. We're told that it can't be removed until the authorities have more information. According to the police, the satellite does not appear to be dangerous. However, tourists and local business owners have raised concerns. The media has dozens of cameras set up outside of the police line. And there are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people. Living in Akiba, you get used to crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they'll get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. Still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. Today, like always, otaku are shopping for doujinshi, import games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Aside from the scene at Radican, it's the same as any other day. But I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street. Oh. And there in front of me stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. Okay, so I recognize her from the intro. Maybe this is the final member of the harem? She took out picture. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. I turn around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, and that doesn't seem to be the case. Well, she's cool. She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene, not just me. But still, I need to have a word with her. The organization is after me, so I can't risk that photo getting out. Wait. She doesn't turn around. Unless we've already met Nyan, no. Unfortunately, that still needs to happen. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native-level English? Hey! You with the phone camera, please, wait! She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course, her phone turns with her. She's streaming? What's she doing? Hey! No pictures! Are you with the organization? She completely ignores my objection. And then she goes back to looking at her phone. Answer my question. Are you with the organization? If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures. You're not? She's just a live streamer. Leave her alone. Even so, I can't let you keep that picture. The organization will stop at nothing to find my whereabouts, and they'll kill anyone who gets in their way. I need you to delete that picture immediately. Is she even listening? Sorry. Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper, but it's something. If I upset you... She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Or at least I think it's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell. Before you apologize, I need you to delete that photo. I was shooting the scenery. Her fingers dance across her phone's keys with impressive speed. Exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern. Scenery? You're a tourist? Or is she one of those people who came to see the satellite? In that case, why did she take a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me. It's proof of where I was today. You're a strange lady. Kiryu Moeka. Huh? My name. I guess she's introducing herself. That's nice, but I just want her to delete the photo. I have a question for you. May I? First, the photo. There's an urban legend in Akihabara. Have you heard it? An urban legend? What is she talking about? Don't tell me. There is a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara. And now that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld. I've remained in this town for far too long. I'll need to make plans. Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad... The Phantom. Retro PC. Retro PC? She replies with a nod, or something like a nod. They say there's one in Akihabara.
そうか。
Oh. Nothing about a mad scientist. I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've heard about a Phantom Retro PC. A Retro PC? You mean like a 98? That's the first model that comes to mind. But are 98s really that hard to find? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake. No, this. She turns her phone toward me. The screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's hard to tell since the picture is monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. It looks familiar. An IBM 5100. An IBM 5100? That's the computer John Teeter tried to get. Her fingers twitch, I think. You've seen one? No, I've only heard the name. Coincidence? No. This could be the choice of the Steins gate. No. Anyone who might know? Daru probably knows more about it. He's my favorite right arm. A super hacker capable of breaking into even MI6's mainframe. The MI6 part is a slight exaggeration. If that ever did happen, Men in Black would break down our door and take us away. But the super hacker part is true. The depth of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet him at May Queen Neon. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know. Well, I'm off, lady. Media scrum in moderation. What the fuck? I try to make a smooth exit, one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd. What are you doing? Your email, please. What are you after? The super hacker. I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. I'm defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design. Must sleep, enjoy. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go a little bit longer. My voice is definitely waning. And this has been a lot of reading. We'll see how I feel at 8:30. I refuse. I'll never give up Daru. I slip past her and start walking faster. Well, I feel like we're very much in the intro part of this game where they're just literally taking us on a tour meeting characters. It would be good to get past that at least. So we're going to end up at this stupid maid cafe plus neon, which means it's going to upset me. Also, that building there says Ishimaru, so clearly it's owned by Taka. Thank you. I glance back. Nope. She's following me. Once the thing happens, the story really starts. Do you think I could get to the thing tonight story time? / are we super far out from it? You have no idea? Okay, well that's not a good sign. I pick up the pace, but she's still chasing me. Stop following me! Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is the picture of me that she took. Yeah! You still haven't deleted it? Tell me, and I'll delete it. You dare blackmail me? Who do you work for? I attempt to glare her into submission, but her eyes have already lowered. My glare is ineffective. She hesitates for a second. Work part-time at Arc Rewrite. What's that? An editorial company here in Akihabara. One of those companies that writes articles for magazines. Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work? Wait, you plan on publishing my picture without permission, don't you? The mad scientist of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice. Very well, I accept your terms. At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to hers, she enters my info with terrifying speed. Of course, this woman is an Esper. I dub her power Shining Fingers. Her magical thumb types cursed emails at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds. Name? Hoin Kyoma, mad scientist. How is it spelled? First, Ho for Phoenix, then In, and then finally Kyoma, which refers to a horrible truth that must never be revealed. Yeah, is this one of the 7 mysteries of Hanjo?
No, she just wants to go on a date with him.
Huh? Hoin for Phoenix, then In, and then finally Kyoma, which means horrible truth that must never be revealed. I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Explaining the In part of Hoin would just take too long, so I left it out. She enters my name with her head tilted to the side. Like this? The hell is this? Are you mocking me? Well. Ho owing yo ma. She lowers her head a little more, an apologetic bow, I guess. Just hand me your phone, I'll enter it. She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all of her might. What does she think I'm gonna do? Her reaction is a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand her phone over, so I ask her for her address instead. I'll send her a blank mail. She told me her name a few minutes ago, but I forgot it already, so I enter it as Shining Finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank email. I don't need to type anything. Okay. Easy, let's go.
Easiest task of your life.
When did he say that? What the hell? He said emergency. And sent.
Emergency! Emergency!
She's staring at her phone. I don't think I've ever met someone who made less eye contact. Oh. After a few seconds, her phone receives the email. Okabe Rintaro. What? How do you know that name? From the blank email. Damn, my email is still linked to my real name. I must change it at once! It's just my alias. I'll send another one with my true... No, this is fine. Nonsense! I am not Okabe Rintaro, but Hoin Kyo... She's really not buying it. Did you just delete the picture? She nods slightly, I think. It's really hard to tell. Her body language is as subdued as her voice. If you delete it, then prove it. She silently shows me her phone screen. But the only picture remaining is the one on that computer. That's a relief. I'll email you later. So ask, okay? About what? The urban legend. Oh, that. I almost forgot. With that, Shining Finger wanders off. Throughout the encounter, she kept the same cool expression. Actually, I don't think we ever once made eye contact.
doors.
This seems like a good time to start an E7 Expo.
Are you happy? The main section's finally here.
Yep, we're finally to the maid section, which means I can put this behind me very soon. Are you enjoying Steins Gate? It's a little slow right now, but like I said, we're in the intro.
I can't do this.
We're in the intro, so it's fine. My voice is just getting tired, but we're doing okay. I opened the door to the May Queen plus Neon Squared Maid Cafe, and two familiar cat-eared girls greet me with smiles. It's Ocarine! Oh shit, they know him. One of them is Mayuri? Oh no! She's Why? But here she's called Mayushi Nyan Nyan. Kevin? Oh, it's supposed to be Nyan Nyan, not Nyan Squared. Kisoan, now is not the time for the REM command. Since she works here, I stop by about twice a month. I guess that would make me a regular customer. Little sister, childhood friend, and now cat maid truly troubled. Yes. Actually, I've never been to any other maid cafe. Welcome back, Ocarine. After bowing again, Mayuri gasps as if she thought of something. Hey, Ocarine, Mayushi just noticed something. Welcome back, and Ocarine go really well together. Whatever. Kyoma, it's great to see you came. Yeah! This is Ferris? She looks like somebody. Who the fuck? She looks like someone. She looks like a red Celeste, kind of, except, you know, with cat ears. The other maid who came to greet me, Ferris Nyan Nyan, her professional name, of course, hits me with her trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. No emergency.
No, she just said she needs to hear my voice in my face because she hasn't heard from me in 5 years.
Jeez. This is her hustle, don't judge her. She's May Queen Nanyan's most popular maid. Even though she and Mayuri are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger. Darunyan's here too. He's been waiting. Nya! Daru frequents the the cafe because he's got a crush on Ferris. He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Ferris, you're so cute," to himself. He's got it real bad. I keep telling him to choose either 2D or 3D, but he doesn't listen. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She always finds a way to best me. Are you holding another secret meeting to overthrow the evil organization? Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Ferris wants to join too. Yeah. No chance. The organization isn't threatened by cat-eared maids. Not true, yeah. Ferris has the perfect secret technique to help take them down. What? You finally mastered the secret technique? Yes, yeah. After completing my pilgrimage to the Guyana Highlands and overcoming my mentor's death, I finally mastered it. What mentor? Ferris knows my true name, Hyoin Kyoma. I've also told her all about the organization. And now she's more into it than I am. She's always the one to bring it up the subject whenever we meet. By the way, this is the first time I've heard of this secret technique, or whatever it is. So Ferris wants to participate in the spirit conference like you promised. Yeah. Ugh, she's not letting it go. It'll take 30 minutes if I play along with her. You're not suggesting we venture to the sanctuary? The answer is no. Although you may understand the hidden secrets, you're still too inexperienced. But you promised, Nya! Are you going to betray me? My brother is waiting for me there. Since when do you have a brother? And what the hell's the spirit conference anyway? Ferris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. Okay, she literally is taking his own shit and running with it harder than he does. FEH dropped silhouettes and it looks like Claude is getting another alt. Okay, yeah, we're here for that. She's taking him for a ride and he's not ready. It kind of seems that way. She's giving me Farina from Genshin vibes a little bit. Ferris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. I falter even though I know it's just one of her cutesy acts. Whenever I talk with her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. And then she takes the initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her fantasies. I mean, come on. You can only take it so far. There's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. Speaking of new Genshin characters, I'm genuinely enjoying Navia. Oh, me too. I love Navia. As anyone can see, I speak nothing but the truth, while Ferris has only delusions and a made-up backstory. Okay. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her. I don't quite get it, but can Mayushi go to the sanctuary too? So, I just want to point out that she said ja etone at the start of this, so... Great, now look who's joined in. It's just going to get worse from here. I have to end this conversation now. You can't come. The discussion is over. No fair, Kyoma! That's right. Leaving Mayushi and Ferris-chan behind is mean. Who's Ferris? Ferris-chan is Ferris-chan, right? Right. Mayuri and Ferris look at each other and smile. Is she talking about Ferris? Is that her real name? I'm so confused. Are they differentiating between F-E-R-I-S and F-A-R-I-S? Have I been mistaken all this time? That's a disturbing thought. Well, Mayushi has a hard time saying Faris, so I call her Ferris-chan instead. Ah, so that's it. It's like we're in a girls' school. That's not too... tabby. Okay then. Moving on. Show me to the table already. How long do you want me to stand here waiting? Nya, haha. Sorry, nya. Table for two this way. Mayushi, I'll leave it to you. Nyan nyan. Leave it to me, nyan nyan. If you hadn't noticed, the cat-eared maids here at May Queen Nyan Nyan are required to add cat sounds, nyans and nyans, to their words with some frequency. Mayuri takes my hand and leads me inside. Apparently, Mayushi Nyan Nyan is the only one who leads customers by the hand like this. It probably comes naturally to her. She doesn't even realize the effect it has on her customers. And that's why she's second to Ferris in popularity at the Maid Cafe. She guides me to Daru's table. The tables are about 60% full. Among Akiba's maid cafes, May Queen Nyan Nyan's popularity is solid, but not booming. Considering what Ferris and the others are wearing, it's more like a cosplay cafe than a maid cafe. Moreover, the cat ears and Nyanian dialect makes it less accessible to low-level otaku. Holy shit, this is exhausting. And first-timers. On the other hand, those same cat ears are a topic of heated debate among die-hard maid cafe fans. Maids don't have cat ears. Cat ears plus maid equals 2 times moe. These two viewpoints clash. I'm more so... My brain is rotting at the thought of otaku levels and moe and... this. These two viewpoints clash. This place is one of the older maid cafes in Akihabara, but it doesn't get much media exposure. Maybe that's what makes it more comfortable than most. Otaku levels moe and also quantum physics, which was really long. Yeah. I'm definitely experiencing whiplash. At least that's what Daru says. He talks about the stuff so much that it's been burned into my synapses. Daru-kun, Ocarina is here. Nyan. Oh god, this... You're way too late. Seriously, man. Daru sits in front of me but doesn't look my way. He looks upset for some reason. So, what are you talking about with Ferris? I want details. You really want to know? I don't think you'd understand it. Hell, even I didn't get most of it. Story time. The usual. Your conversations are too much for regular otaku. You guys exude an aura or something, you know? Not reality marble! It's like you two have your own reality marble. You know, I can't forgive you. I think I get why his sprite looks so weird. It's his neck. His neck is enormous. I think Ferris-chan likes Ocarine. Yeah. Of all the maids and masters here, Nya, the only one who can keep up with Ferris-chan is you, Ocarine. I'm not even close to keeping up with her. I'm so jealous, you lucky bastard! I have no interest in women who dress themselves in lies. Like you're one to talk. Love a good reality marble. It's another... Fate reference? Question mark? Daru can bench 250 with his neck alone? Like you're one to talk. Silence, you unfaithful bastard! All your 2D wives are crying! Ugh, you struck a nerve, man. Daru theatrically grabs his chest and falls onto the table. I sip from one of the glasses of water that Mayuri has brought to our table. Master, may I take your order? Nya? Omelet rice. Oh my god, it really is Ota. And a hot coffee. Black. Coming right up. Nyan nyan. After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way toward the counter as if swimming between the rows of tables. I hope she doesn't trip. So, what do you need? Daru asks without getting up from the table. That's right. In my confrontations with Shining Finger and Cat Girl, I almost forgot my original objective. I was gonna head up to the lab in about an hour. I have an urgent matter to discuss. Top secret. I lean on the table and scan the area without moving my head. You remember John Teeter? John Teeter? Who's that? The self-proclaimed time traveler who appeared on the internet about 10 years ago. I thought we talked about him before. Is this a new addition to your made-up backstory? Something like that. Everything I say is the truth. Okay, so this confirms that he's in a... parallel world. What do they call it? What a pain. Well, I guess I can play along. God damn it. This is gonna... Oh my goodness. Which time travel method had him jump through a wormhole and pop up earlier? Because that's what happened. He's in a parallel world, but slightly in the past. I don't... It probably doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He time traveled. This is proof. We're done. So what's the source on this Teeter guy being from the future? Wait, you're seriously never heard of him before? Seriously, bro, I haven't. Sure you didn't just forget? Can't say for sure. There are even books about him. I might remember if you show one to me. You really don't remember? Memories fade. We're not computers, man. This is wrong. I remember talking to Daru about John Teeter back in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Daru forgot about it. Daru is quite the internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no... That's not true anymore. There's no guarantee Daru looked up info on John Teeter. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten so completely. Is it my memories that are mistaken, or everyone else's? Then, what about IBN 5100? Whoa, you know about that? Cool. You know about it? It's the model IBN released back in 1975. That's right, that's what John Teeter said on Channel. He traveled to 1975 first, obtained IBN 5100, then leaped back to 1998. What kind of computer is it? Can we find a timeline where this cafe doesn't exist? I'm currently searching, yes. Unfortunately, that's impossible. Okay. Story time. You're raining on my parade. One more. Okay. The stupidly expensive kind. Back when it came out, computers were so expensive that average people couldn't get their hands on them. It was full of proprietary IBM technology and was a pretty powerful computer for its time. Then, 6 years later, in 1981, IBM launched the popular IBM PC series. Now that's more famous. Anyway, it's not like I'm an expert. This is just stuff I read on a wiki. Have you heard the urban legend that there's one in Akiba? You bet I have. Just last month, there were big talk about it on the internet. Some channelers heard the rumor and went searching for it. My friend on FreePara, Sister Centipede, was the main person behind that. Even the legendary Neidhart der Blitzschnell joined the fray, but they still couldn't find it. So it was just a hoax. Who knows? There are tons of underground shops in Akiba. It wouldn't surprise me if an IBM 5100 suddenly turned up in some hole in the wall. I see. My phone starts vibrating. Okabe-san, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryo Moeka. I am a 20-year-old freelancer editor. I believe I mentioned I work part-time at Arc Rewrite, so... Oh, sorry for taking your pick. Sure. It wasn't on purpose. I need some shots of Akihabara for work, and you just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite, LMAO. But, oh, by the way, the picture I took was just a test, not the final shot. That's why I was using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it, so don't worry. Anyway, I should get to the point. I'm really sorry for asking like this, Okabe-kun, but it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker, about the IBM 5100. I don't really know anything about computers, especially old computers. All I have to go on is that picture I showed you, God, it's so hard to read this. I'll attach the image. Be absolutely positively sure to reply, okay? I'll be waiting, and if you could, I'd be super happy if you gave me your hacker friend's email address. I'll mail you again. It's okay to email you again, right? Of course it is. Bye, Moeka. The text wrap in emails is apparently an issue with the Steam release of the game. Really? I thought it was just doing that to, like, capture the, like, retro text energy. Oh, come on. What's with this email? Disregarding the weird timing? Is this really the gloomy, unsociable woman I met in front of Radicon? Yeah, that's actually another point I was gonna bring up. She acts way different in her texts. She's like a completely different person in this email. Does she have a split personality or something? Typing on a flip phone? I know. Remember you had to type the button like 3 times to get, like, ABC? I was really fast at that. Well, I got some info about the IBN 5100, so I guess I should give her a reply. But if I send an immediate reply to a woman I just met, won't I come across as clingy and desperate? I, Hyon Kyoma, will not be taken lightly. This is my chance to make her understand which of us is the superior human being. And above all, I have yet to ascertain if she can be trusted. I love that he calls her Shining Finger. She might start harassing me if I reply the wrong way. And besides, she hasn't proven that she's not working for the organization. Nonetheless, it couldn't hurt to tell her what I learned from Daru. To discourage her, of course. Ha ha ha. Let's ignore it. This is out of kindness. Okay. I'm starting to get the sweats. Okay. Alright, guys. Kevin has informed me that our food is almost ready. I'm kind of feeling like this might be a good stopping point just because my voice is giving out and I'm really freaking hungry. So let's put this down and pick this up next weekend. Tomorrow there will be no stream, but Tuesday we'll be back. I think we're starting FF16 on Tuesday, so don't miss it, guys. It was a lovely stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. Tuesday, FF16. Be there. Bye-bye.